Hey, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of Gotta Read 'em All, a Pokemon podcast. I am Otaku Mike. There's a dog,
There's a dog. Maybe it's a Pikachu.
and I'm here with my co-trainer, Jen Graves, and we are here
Yeah.
talking all about the Pokemon Adventures manga. We are on Chapter 4, Wanted Pikachu. That's right. If you don't remember what happened in the last one, Red and Blue met up. They finally found out that Red and Blue are connected in some sort of way because Blue's grandfather is Professor Oak, and they helped save a Kangaskhan, and they both realized that they're rivals, and we found
Yeah.
out that Professor Oak has a
Right.
protege, which
Red's
is now Red.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have now arrived at Pewter City,
Yes.
which, if anybody knows, Pewter City is always and will be where you get the Boulder Badge from Brock.
It's the home of Brock.
So, and we get a flyer that falls down that says "Wanted Pikachu, mischievous electric mouse, reward for capture."
Well, first, before that, we see Red walking through the city, and these people are running through nets, and they're like, "Ah, hurry, let's get him!" And then he sees the flyer, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh man, I can. What's all the fuss about this shit? You know? Oh, I can help, give him a helping hand with this." And then we see the what would you call them? Like a mob of some sort? I would call them a mob, an
Yeah.
angry mob. Um, they have cornered this poor, helpless Pikachu. And they're like, "God dang it, you pest." And we see Pikachu, and they're like, "Get him." And he basically kills all the mob. He kills all this angry people. He kills them all.
He kills them
No,
all.
I think he kills them all. He just electrocuted all of them.
He electrocuted one guy.
Oh, it looked like he electrocuted all of them.
No, he just got one guy because he used a bug net to try and catch him.
And I like this part where it shows Pikachu, because if you know from the anime, Pikachu really loves apples. And we see Pikachu, he's kind of like singing or something. He's trying to eat an apple, and then he gets caught by this. I'm gonna call him an evil person. He's trying to hurt a Pikachu, and Pikachu takes matters into his own hands and
Hey, hey,
electrocutes him.
is he really the evil one though? If Pikachu's wanted,
Well, I mean, I feel like it's just a big misunderstanding. Obviously, Pikachu does no
obviously,
wrong, right?
obviously not. He's a thief.
He's stealing apples.
Yeah,
And so I like this panel right here where he gets electrocuted, or he's
yeah,
electrocuting the guy, which
yeah.
is, he's like, it's like, chicka, 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 chicka.
Right.
And they're like, "Oh no, he's getting away." And then we see them chase after him, and Red says,
Which,
"Hey,
which, which, you ever think it's funny because you know the descriptions in the game make him like really bad.
what?"
Like the description of some of the Pokemons in the video game are actually like
Uh-huh.
really bad. Like it makes them sound almost like a horror,
Are
some kind
they?
of like horror monsters. Yeah, sometimes the descriptions for Pokemon in games,
Huh.
like
I
you find out like Bulbasaur run around and like eat basically everything.
I didn't notice that. I guess I'll have to look at the Pokédex closer than what I do normally look at them.
Yeah,
Which is like hardly ever,
yeah,
to say the least. But we see them running after this Pikachu because Pikachu gets away, and we see Red and his little cocky kind of, and he's like tisk tisk. I can't watch this. You know,
right.
there obviously something's happening, and what happens next?
Bulbasaur, go!
Yeah, Red sends out Bulbasaur, right?
Yeah, dun 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 dun
Da,
dun.
da, 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 da. Is that how it goes?
No,
Oh,
No, you started getting into Mario on that one.
but we see Red send out Bulbasaur, correct? To
Yeah,
fight
red sends
Pikachu,
out
right?
Bulbasaur. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I guess he says attack. I don't know what he used. Maybe
I
sleep
think
powder.
he I think he uses sleep powder to take out Pikachu. But I like this little scene right here that we get, and it's they're like, oh man, it's a Pokemon. So I guess they're excited that another Pokemon's around. Like the villagers are excited, and they're about to fight. And I like this little smirk in Pikachu's like on his face. He's just like, I'm gonna fuck this Bulbasaur up, and
Yeah,
he like electric shocks him, and you're like, oh no, oh no, did the Pikachu win? And then you see like the smoke clears, and
yeah,
Bulbasaur and Red are like, you
yeah.
didn't fuck us up. And you see Pikachu, he's like, Pika, like, oh, and then
Let's
he's,
see. Yeah, it
and
was
then
sleep powder.
yeah, and this is where Ash, this is where Red tells Bulbasaur to use his sleep powder.
Rash?
Not Ash, I said not Ash,
No,
Red.
no. But you didn't you mix the names? You went
I did I
rash.
mix them up?
Yeah, you
Rash,
went rash. New
Rash, the
character,
Pokemon trainer.
new character concept right there.
Fan fiction.
Yes.
We're gonna combine Ash and Red. Is gonna be Rash. It's gonna be
Jesus
a
Christ.
it's gonna be a BL manga.
Definitely not. Uh, and then red, cocky. That's how it's done.
Oh yeah, he's really cocky in this scene. He is really cocky, isn't he?
Yeah. And then they give him food because they said the little pest was ruining our businesses. Which I
Yes.
always like looking at food in this because it started really making me think about it. If there's anything that looks like meat, like it has to come from a Pokemon.
Oh. Do you think they're eating the Pokemon?
Have to be.
Are you do they eat the Pokemon?
Have to be.
How come we don't see any like slaughter places then?
That's a good point because the only other time we see anything close enough to any of this stuff is when they talk about, which we'll see. I think we see it at the end of this series when they're talking about the Slowpoke tail for Slowpoke tail
Uh
stew
huh.
or whatever.
So like that's a really interesting question to bring up. Like, do they actually eat the Pokemon?
I think
Like,
so.
I mean, they've got to have other
Well,
animals, right?
yeah. Well, give me 1 second, real quick. So, um, let's see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
Because I mean, if you look at this, it looks like a stew of some kind. Vegetables, a lot of
Well, that
vegetables
bottom,
and fruit,
the bottom corner kind of looks like meatballs.
kind of. That looks like maybe like radishes or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they're all just vegetarian. I don't know. I mean,
No.
they like what? Remember like in the Pokemon anime where they were like, "Oh, let's eat this jelly donut," and it was like a rice ball,
Right.
or like when they turned the one food and like Ash was gonna catch it and it turned out to be like a submarine sandwich, you know?
Yeah.
So like
And you're just like, what? That doesn't make
I
no
mean that would be
sense.
kind of weird if they're having thing a manga or you're in a world that supposedly loves Pokemon and you're sitting there eating Pokemon. You know, like
Hey, it could be like all food manga. People love to eat food manga.
I don't know. I guess I don't know. That's something I wonder if they will explain more later on.
Yeah.
Like, do you go around like, oh man, I really want some crabby, so I'm gonna get some crabby legs, you know?
Right? I mean, that makes sense. I'm trying to find.
Or if they eat like if they want like a hamburger, they can eat like a mill tank.
That's true.
I know they
No,
did
well,
at one point. Don't they drink the mill tank's milk?
yeah,
I think it is. So they do use a mill tank kind of like a cow. So I guess you could technically slaughter a mill tank
yeah, or a Taurus.
or a
Taurus.
Taurus. Yeah. So Taurus is basically like a bison.
That's true.
Yeah.
Bison burgers.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
But I
So
like. Go ahead.
it's not what I found.
Uh
So
huh.
it says the entry of strange seed was planted on its back at birth. The plant sprouts and grows with this Pokemon. There's one of them I read somewhere though that actually tells you, uh, it tells you about it, and it actually tells you like that they go out and they eat like Pokemon. Like Bulbasaur is one of the only ones that's not picky about like eating mammals or plants
Uh huh.
because it's a mammal and a plant.
Have you seen that meme where it's like the little animation where they take a Bulbasaur and cut it up and prepare it for dinner?
I have. I've seen that one where they do it to like to all three of the starters.
Yeah. But there's this scene right here, and I had a question about it. So they're asking Red what exactly he's doing in this town. And he's like, oh man, this is what I'm doing. And he pulls out his Pokédex. And he talks about how he wants to catalog and like document all the different Pokemon to complete his Pokédex, correct?
Right.
The people in the city act like they've never seen a Pokédex before. Is a Pokédex a new thing?
Yeah.
Technically, and not many people only red and blue have the Pokédexes?
Yeah.
Because in the anime, it seemed like a lot of people had Pokédexes. Is it
In the
just the
anime they do. They play it off differently,
uh huh?
but that's why we never see anybody else with one.
Okay, because I could have sworn like Dawn or May had one.
Yeah, they have the second gen one when that comes
Okay,
out.
okay, okay.
Because you got to think about when which one ever one is worked on. Like we're technically covering like a year or so
Uh huh.
between every group, and so as they catch the Pokemon, then now there's a new Pokédex coming out because now it has a new place added to it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah, and
no,
it
my
shows him.
this is actually a question that I had for you
Uh
because
huh.
it shows that he scanned for Pikachu, but do you think he already went ahead and scanned for Poliwhirl and Bulbasaur? Because we technically haven't seen him pull it out except for one other guy.
I'm gonna say yeah, probably. He probably did it off screen, kind of thing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say yeah. I mean, because he said he wants to complete the Pokédex, so he's got to have scanned them as well,
yeah,
to
yeah.
complete
But
his Pokédex.
right now in the world, besides him and Blue, nobody else has a Pokédex. Well,
Okay,
I guess Professor Oak has a Pokédex right now because Green hasn't gotten hers yet.
okay, okay. We haven't even seen Green yet,
Right?
technically. Yeah. But this next scene is really funny. You see Pikachu in Red's pocket, like back pocket, because he's still in the Pokeball, and he's kind of like trying to move around. It looks like in the Pokeball, and he's like, "Hey, cool it," Red says, and you can see that Pikachu is like clearly angry at this point,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Okay, come on, let's go." And he takes him to like the middle of nowhere, and he's like, "Come on, Pikachu, come on, let's let's be friends. It's okay, Pikachu. We can do this." And he electrocutes Red, and I like this scene where Blue shows up, and he's like, "Geez, you guys are so cute." Uh, and we Blue when Blue shows up, Red's kind of shocked about it that he's technically even there. And Red obviously wants to fight Blue, and Blue's like, no, 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 no. We're not gonna fight right now. No, that's not why I'm here. Why I'm here is I'm gonna get the Pewter City Gym Boulder badge. And he's like,
Yeah, because I'm somebody worthy to fight him.
yeah, and he's like, I'm embarrassed to have you for my rival on this quest. So Blue is very much like Red is beneath him. You could say he's the Sasuke to Red's Naruto,
Yeah.
or like I don't know, Goku to his Vegeta.
Right. I agree.
I don't know. Yeah, but then we get this scene where Red.
Which
No, sorry. Go ahead.
I like how I feel like in this one the badges actually give you like special powers.
So that's what I actually wanted to ask about.
Yeah.
When we get into this and we talk about how like Blue says that Brock, the gym leader for the Pewter City gym, is looking for a challenger, and they're going to be challenging for to see if he can get a worthy opponent. And that's one thing I actually was curious about was this in the game, or is this a manga only thing?
I think this is a manga only thing.
And how exactly do
Like
these badges
I know you increased your power, but after you
uh
beat Brock, I'm pretty sure you could catch up. You could catch Pokemon that were level 20 or above.
but it says specifically in the manga, Blue says the Boulder badge can boost an attack power of your Pokemon.
Right.
So how exactly do these badges give like buffs to your Pokemon?
I don't know.
Do they ever explain that? If anybody knows, please let me know. you know,
Yeah.
because that's interesting to think about. Like this little piece of metal will make my Pokemon's attack stronger.
Right.
Or like maybe make his defense stronger, make it more agile, and will it give
Yeah.
it more HP?
Right. And well, I mean, if it goes off the video games, then it's across your whole team. Because I would think it works like a held item.
Yeah.
Like your Pokemon would hold it, and they would get like some kind of bonus off of it.
Well,
But
the thing
that's
is,
not true.
Red would be holding it technically.
Right.
So would like it be transferring through Red to get to the bonuses, or just like it register with the Pokeballs, or I don't know.
Right. I mean, there's no telling.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. So Blue makes it a test, or like a thing to try and see who can win the Boulder badge first. And there's two openings. I think they're both for the next day, to be exact. Right? Something like that.
Uh,
Yeah, I think so. But we get Red, and Red's like, "Oh, dang it. I have to go heal my Pokemon." So Bulbasaur and Poliwhirl are like not at full health.
yeah.
So he has to go to the Pokemon Center in order to heal his Pokemon because of the last chapter with his experience with his run-in with Blue and the Kangaskhan, to be exact.
Right.
And we see all these people outside of the Pokemon Center, and we see this notice on the door where it says, "Our center has been damaged yesterday by unknown vandals. We will reopen when our machines are running again. We apologize for your inconvenience." And Red is like, "Oh my god! Like I can't believe this is happening." You know, I
Right.
only have uh Pikachu basically who's at full power, because Blue actually tells him, he's like, Brock's a rock trainer, rock type Pokemon trainer, so he's not gonna Pikachu's not gonna do anything against um these rock type Pokemon. That's why that's why Red goes to heal his Pokemon. Or
Yeah.
should I say Rash goes to heal his Pokemon.
Rash. Beep, beep, beep,
Red,
beep.
he's like, "Man, I don't know what I'm gonna do." So he ends up going to the gym, and this is where our manga ends, where
He runs
uh
in. He
he
runs into
runs
the
in,
stadium
he
and
runs into
sees
this Charmeleon.
Charmeleon.
He sees
Yeah.
Charmeleon in the ring, and we see that Blue is actually trying to make his way through to fight Brock. And
Yeah.
that's where our chapter 5 will start, which we will get into the whole Brock storyline into this effect. And it's interesting to see that Charmeleon has already, or Charmander has already evolved into Charmeleon, and
Right.
um,
We don't
he
have an
is,
Ivysaur yet.
yeah, and Red doesn't have an Ivysaur yet, or none of his Pokemon have actually evolved, and
Well, just Poliwhirl.
well, Poliwhirl, yeah, but Poliwhirl was already
Yeah.
evolved.
Right.
He was already he already had his little boost and evolution thing at the beginning before the manga even started.
Right.
But I
And
mean,
we do know that that Blue has a fully evolved Venomoth too.
that is true, yeah, because he did catch one of those previously.
All right.
But I like this scene where all these people are like standing around watching the Pokemon fight, like it's like a boxing match or like an MMA fight, basically. Because
Yeah.
we don't really get that in the anime. It's usually an empty gym with like trainer and like the companions that are usually with like Ash
Right.
to begin with. So
Well,
this is
yeah, unless the person's like a celebrity or whatever. That's the only
yeah,
other
true.
time we've seen it.
But in this it's different. And like people go there to watch the gym battles like it's a sport, you
Which
know.
do you find this one cooler? How the thing is set up being a boxing ring, or did you
Yeah.
like the other one from the anime more?
I like this. I think this is cool. It's like a wrestling ring.
Yeah.
I like it. I like all the people watching and like you get the crowd reaction and stuff and it looks really cool. Like I like the way it looks, and we can even see that in the next chapter. It is following the manga or the video game scenes, like where they have to fight like what did they call them? Like his like underlings or apprentices?
Yeah.
What are like the people you fight before you fight the gym leader?
Yeah. I can't remember what they call them.
But it looks like Red's going to go up against an apprentice of Brock's. I'm guessing
Yeah.
first. I don't know what they're called. Please let me know in the
I can't
comments.
remember either.
Yeah, because I don't know. But yeah, this was a fun little decent chapter. We're getting.
Right?
Excuse me.
We got a new Pokemon.
We got a new
We got
Pokemon. We
we got a destination for our badge. We got to BS with our rival a little bit.
we're getting to meet Brock.
Right?
Will he be like the Brock from the anime, or will he be completely different?
Will he be Brock the Rock?
Brock the Rock,
Yeah.
with who knows every different kind of Nurse Jenny and Officer. Is it Officer Jenny and Nurse Joy? I
Yeah.
think it is. Which we
Yeah.
haven't seen them yet. Are they even in the manga?
Yeah.
They are? Okay. I'm kind of curious if we will end up finding out what happened to the Pokemon Center, because they just say like vandals like messed it up, but
Right?
they didn't say exactly what happened.
Right?
Just
And then
yeah,
I think we get a surprise who the people actually are.
yeah,
Yeah, because if I remember it right, Team Rocket that makes up part of the people are actually other like bigger people that you find out later on.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so
We'll have to get
versus
to that later,
versus the anime.
where it's just Team Rocket.
Yeah, where it's just Jesse and James.
Yeah,
So
yeah. This was a fine little chapter. Like it is building up to something. We get that interaction between Red and Pikachu, which is a lot like the interaction between Ash and Pikachu. I
right,
like it. I like it that Pikachu's fat Pikachu in this. Because if
right.
anybody remembers from Pikachu's first card, he was a little chunky boy.
That's true.
He was chunky Pikachu, and in the beginning of the anime, he was chunky Pikachu as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, even the little toy figures that came out or whatever, you had you had the skinny Pikachu where he stood up like a meerkat or whatever,
Yeah.
and then you had the little one where was sitting down like trying to use his electric on his butt,
Yeah.
and then you had his little chunky one where he just sat there.
Yeah. It was funny to see like him interacting and, kind of being a menace to this particular town because he just wanted some apples and stuff.
Yeah,
It's funny to see him have like an attitude, and he's kind of the first Pokemon really not to listen to Red, and we'll have to see
right.
exactly how Red goes into this next battle for the badge because he technically only has one good Pokemon. How is he gonna? Is this gonna be
It's
like the
true.
anime? You know?
It's true. Is
Yeah.
Is Brock's daddy going to come out to help?
Oh, Brock's daddy gonna train him and then be like, I don't know who this guy is. Brock's daddy abandoned his family.
It'll be like Cobra
Jeez.
Kai all over again.
Oh, don't say that. I guess you could say Brock is kind of like a Johnny Lawrence, a little bit.
Maybe so. Goodness. But as always, guys, stay tuned for next time, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Yes. Oh, don't forget to check out our YouTube channel at Gotta Read 'Em All podcast, where we will be putting up our Pokemon podcast as well as maybe some other Pokemon stuff here and there. We'll see. Check out our other YouTube channel, our other YouTube channel. Check out our other podcasts on all major podcast platforms. Yeah, we'll see you guys on the next episode. I'm looking forward
See
to reading it.
ya.
Bye.